Why a former militant's killing triggered a crisis in Meghalaya. Thangwi 57 was the founding general secretary of the separatist HNLC. In October 2018, he came overground in Shillong while the government claimed he had surrendered. He maintained he had retired mostly because of ill health. The death of Christfield Thangwi, a former militant of the outlawed Hen Trip National Liberation Council HNLC, in a police operation has led to a crisis in Meghalaya. Stone pelting, vandalism and arson rocked Shillong on Sunday, and it has placed under curfew until August 18. Home Minister Lakshman Rumbi has resigned, calling for a judicial probe to bring out the truth. The internet has been blocked for 72 hours in 4 districts and central forces has been deployed. Who was Chesterfield Thangwi? Thangwi 57 was the founding general secretary of the separatist HNLC. In October 2018, he came overground in Shillong while the government claimed he had surrendered. He maintained he had retired mostly because of ill health. However, the Meghalaya police say Thangwi had become active in the last 6 months and they had clear indications of his involvement in 2 low-intensity blasts in Khelharet, East Jainta Hills in July and in Shillong's Lightmurkha markets in last week, in which 2 people were injured. Meghalaya DGP R. Chandranathan told the Indian Express that they had clinching evidence of his involvement and a tip-off that another blast was being planned. We went to pick him, but this unfortunate thing happened. As per a police statement, Thangwi attacked the team with a knife in an attempt to escape, and the police exerted the right to private defense by firing a single round which hit him. He died on the way to hospital. Thangwi family describes the killing as a cold-blooded murder, and local residents accuse the police of fake encounter. What is the history of separatist militant in Meghalaya? According to the Center for Development and Peace Studies, an independent research center in Assam, insurgency in Meghalaya started as a movement against the domination of the Dhakars. The first prominent separatist militant tribal organization of the state, Hanvi Achik Liberation Council HALC, was formed in the mid-1980s. With Thangwi as a co-founder, Hanvi's tribe refers to the Khasi and Jaita communities and Achik to the Garo community. The HALC later split into HNLC, which represented the Khasis and Jaitas, and Achik Migrant Liberation Army, which represented the Garos, and was subsequently replaced by the Achik National Volunteers Council ANVC. The HNLC of the Thangwi was one of the co-founders wanted independent from India, while ANVC wanted a Garo homeland but within the constitution of India. As said an observer of Meghalaya who did not want to be named, the former demand stemmed from a strain in Khasi political thought that Khasi territory was never a part of India even in colonial times. The HNLC was a representative of Khasi identity and pride. Most of the top leadership, including Thangwi, were based out of Bangladesh, said the observer. How active are militants today? In the early 2000s, HNLC would frequently call for burns, boycott, Independence Day, carry out extortion. According to the CDPS website, sustained counter-insurgency operations over the years weakened both the outfits. Since July 23, 2004, ANVC is under an extended ceasefire agreement with the government, while HNLC's top leadership based in Bangladesh continue to resist any type of peace deals, it said. Patrika Mukim, editor of Shillong Times, said that in 2000, Home Minister R.G. Longton dealt firmly with the HNLC and funding to the outfit dried up, with many of the cadres coming overground. Over the last several years, militancy in Meghalaya was seen as a declining. Police sources said HNLC was trying to initiate talks with the government but on its terms. Mukim added, the government on its part wanted them to first surrender with arms and ammunition, and only then they would talk to the outfit. It is this battle of nerves that HNLC is engaged in, and the IED blast are meant to send a message that they still have an firepower. What explains the public reaction to the militant leader death? On Sunday, hundreds joined a funeral procession for Thangwi, and a conglomerate of pressure groups called for a Black Flag Day put up banners in Shillong demanding justice for him. The former militant became an urban legend, a martyr of sorts, Mukim said. Amid violence across the city, 2 petrol bombs were hurled at CM Conrad Sangma's house in Upper Shillong. Observers feel the display of anger does not necessarily mean that the public is sympathetic to the cause of the HNCL. It was also a reaction of the way the state government has been functioning of late. Their lackadaisical attitude through the lockdown, the corruption has been people wary. The encounter killing was the last straw, said the observer. Mukim added illegal coal mining was continued unabated. There are alleged scams. All this add up to bad governance and loss of public trust, he said. What are the political ramifications? The resignation of Home Minister Ramui, who belonged to the United Democratic Party and ally of CM Sangma's National People's Party, has put the government in a spot. In a video statement, he said he had taken the step after consultation with the party's leadership. At a press conference on Monday, Sangma said he had received Rumbe's letter but not made a decision yet. As a chief minister, I have looked at all the aspects of the state security and overall situation. Keeping all these aspects in mind, I will examine and take a decision at the appropriate time, he said. Observers say all the highlights divisions in the alliance. On Monday, the cabinet announced it would constitute a judicial inquiry into the death. It also announced a peace committee to be chaired by ministers with members from civil society, religious organization, community heads. A separate security and law and order subcommittee headed by Sangma has also been formed to look into the aspects of law and order. Thank you.